What's good, Robstar Gang? Welcome to yet another episode of the Robstar Report. Appreciate everyone. Join the live stream. Do me a favor on your way in. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and thank God it's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that. I hope everyone's had a blessed week. I hope everyone's had a blessed Friday. I know that I am going to enjoy this weekend and relax after a long work week. But I'm definitely going to be watching a lot of football. I'll tell you that. I will definitely be watching a lot of football this weekend. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. T Green, what's good? What's up, Clay? Think the Falcons give us our first win this Sunday. What are your thoughts? So we're going to dive into that, T Green. Stick around, my friend. Relax and talk sports. What's good? TGIF. Absolutely, my guy. Kevin, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming through, brother. Hope all is well. Man, this is an interesting game, man. Like, I've seen, because here's the thing, 2 weeks into this season, right? We're already staring down at a crisis. And we're 0-2, and our offense is mostly, a flaming dumpster fire. Now we're walking into this home opener against Atlanta, and the Falcons team that actually looks competent for once. And the fans are pissed, right? Like everybody's pissed. Like the roster's banged up, and if Carolina doesn't pull out a win this weekend, the season could unravel fast. And let's get in the meat of it. All right, let's get into the meat of it. All right. What's good, Amazing K? Appreciate you coming through. Ken88, what's good, Clay? Let's get this win. I hope it's a win, man. I hope it's a win. Well, I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts though. At the end of the day, I hope it's a win. I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts. Kevin, thank you for becoming a member, man. I greatly appreciate it. It goes a long way, man. Shout out to Kevin for becoming a member of the Robstar Report. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me when you guys join the show, just becoming a member and just showing your love and support that way. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to you, Kevin. Appreciate you, my guy. T-Mac don't look like a dumpster fire. He definitely doesn't look like a dumpster fire at all. He looks like an absolute stud. I think this is our get right game. I hope so, T Green. We're gonna dive into it more here shortly. Must beat the Falcons, Clay. Yeah, we should, Bo. We winning this week. Caleb will talk more about it. All right. Y'all are impatient. You're ready for me to just get right into it, but that's fine. Let's do it. Let's get right into it. I got a nice presentation for you guys. Let me pull it up. Let me get out of this. Hold on 1 second, chat. Let me hit present. All right. So the Panthers versus Falcons preview. We got to start with the injury reports, okay? We got some interesting ones. We're going to dive into that. Because it sounds like our rookies is truly going to get some burn in this game, especially Nick Scorton and Princely Mamiallen, from my understanding. It sounds like they're going to get a lot of burn in this game, chat. A lot of burn. Jesse, what's good? Antonio, what's good? Appreciate you coming through. Sounds like we're going to get a lot of burn in this game, man, from our rookies. But let's get into that injury report. All right, so right now, we got some interesting injuries right here. Pat Jones and, of course, Tershawn Wharton are officially out. They've been both officially out of this game, both sidelined due to some hamstring injuries. I don't know what's going on with this hamstring issue. Again, it probably leans back to the fact of these turf fields. I'm hoping at some point down the line that they go back to regular grass. I mean, the Bills play on the grass last night, so they play on regular grass. So, but neither practice all week. And it's Friday, and it's clear they weren't anywhere close. So let's be real. It's a huge. Is it a huge hit? I don't know. We'll see. I like Pat Jones. He has been kind of one of the few bright spots. I mean, he has made some plays out there, but you know, otherwise our pass rush has been kind of inconsistent besides Princely and Mommy Yellen. But again, that means Nick Squarton, Princely, they're going to get a lot of burn. Rotational guys, we're going to have to rely on probably some rotational guys to generate some pressure, which is basically bringing a butter knife to a gunfight, especially when you're starting Bijan Robinson, and you're staring down at Bijan Robinson in that run game. So not ideal, but again, it's time for the rookies to step up. We want this youth movement. You're going to get it, ladies and gentlemen. We all want the youth movement, and we're going to get it. That's what we want. Everybody here wants the youth movement. Everybody's been asking for it. Now you're getting it. You know what I mean? Now you're getting it. So I don't blame you. I mean, I don't blame. I don't blame them. I'm all for it. Okay, I've been saying it for a while now to get these rookies going. I've been wanting the rookies to be the focal point of that pass rush anyways. I've been calling for it all week since they've gotten here. And yeah, don't forget about Algeria. That's right, T. Thompson. So yeah, I mean, it's right now. I mean, Pat Jones isn't going to be is it the biggest loss in the world? I don't know. I mean, really, to me, it's all about these rookie edge rushers. But again, it's not like it's Derek Brown or Ashawn Robinson, which he didn't participate today, but it's a non-injury related, just a rest day for him. So I would say Wharton's absence is actually probably worse still than Pat Jones, because I mean, we already have depth concerns in the interior defensive line. Wharton was at least giving them some muscle inside when he was on the field. Without him stopping the rushing attack, we'll see how it goes. I mean, Bobby Brown III did not participate Thursday. He's limited Friday. See where he's at. And then, of course, Ashawn Robinson just had I think it was just a regular rest day for him. But again, I think Tershawn Wharton is still going to be have a major impact on that line more than Pat Jones, to be honest with you. I trust these edge rushers, these rookie edge rushers. I think they're raw. I think they both can bring the juice. I think that they're ready for this. And if you've watched, if you've watched this team the last 2 years, man, you know that stopping the run hasn't exactly been our specialty. But again, it is good news that Bobby Brown's III's knee he's going to be fine. Sounds like he's going to be full participant going into Sunday. Tre'von Moehrig had an illness. Did not participate Thursday, full practice today. So he's cleared for Sunday as well, which is good news for both of those guys. But the thing is let's not pretend that that fully offsets the losses, right? I mean, Moehrig brings some stability on the back end, sure, but if the front seven gets bulldozed by Bijan and Algier, it won't matter who's covering downfield. Now, there's still a question mark with Xavier Legette, right? Which isn't going to be doing him any favors, because right now he seems to be a walking soap opera, and he's got hamstring issues again, limited for the second straight day, officially listed as questionable. This is the last thing that Carolina's offense needs, all right? I mean, Legette has already been getting dragged for his pathetic production, right? 4 catches, 8 yards across 2 games. Now, he's hurt. Again, whether he suits up or not, the expectations should be on the floor, because a gimpy Legette isn't fixing the broken pass attack, and we're really missing Jalen Coker right now. I can tell you that. Some minor notes, though. Running back Rico Dowdle, knee was limited today, but he's not carrying a game designation. Translate, he'll probably play. Defensive end, Ashawn Robinson got a rest day, non-injury related. He's fine as well, so no drama there. So, I mean, we're kind of headed into this game shorthanded, especially when it hurts the most up front on defense. The Falcons want to pound the rock. until your defense breaks. That's what they want to do. And I don't like having Wharton out right now. I think he's a guy that brings a lot of juice on that defensive line. I think he's more important than I would say to Pat Jones. That's just me. But we'll see what happens on Sunday as we dive into this more. Let's see. Wait, Pat Jones is hurt. Yes, he is. This mofo gets paid millions just to be not be available. It's so annoying, man. Shake that. I'm telling you, man, these hamstring issues are it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Everybody's got a hamstring issue. Injuries are already piling up across the league right now. And it ain't just the Panthers, man. It ain't just the Panthers. How's Nick Scott? I mean, he's not on the injury report, so his job should be on the line, though, Commander 336. But that's just not my opinion. But, we've got a defensive coordinator that just bows down on his knees for that guy. No pun. I'm just saying. Again, I don't know why that's still the case there, Caleb. I don't have an answer. Again, that's a defensive coordinator question. But I don't agree with it. I could have a whole hour episode as to why Lathan Ransom should start over Nick Scott and why Ejiro Evero is a dumbass for not putting him out there. But that's a different show for another day. All right. Let's dive into this offense, man. Let's dive into this offense. Because, again, let's not sugarcoat it. This offense has been awful. 6 quarters of unwatchable football, in my opinion, followed by 2 quarters of, oh, look, they remembered how to move the ball. It's just like I said, man. Week 1, it was like, okay, that was week 1. Bad game. They just played bad, right? Week 2, I'm like, it can't get worse, right? And then week 2 comes in and it's like, here, hold my beer. Watch this. Hold my beer. I mean, Bryce Young looked alive in the second half against Arizona. Again, we talked about it yesterday. That was more because Cardinals put the Cardinals. I don't know if they put their foot off, but again, I went back and watched it. They didn't change their coverage. I just think we made the correct adjustments, which good for them. But through 2 games, again, we rank near the bottom of the league in just about every offensive category that actually matters. We can't stretch the field. We're not protecting the quarterback. The quarterback's making too many mistakes. The play calling is vanilla. We're not adapting. We're not creating adjustments. We're not getting creative on offense. Part of this, so the coaching. And we're just not scaring anybody in the run game, but it also doesn't help that your quarterback spots the opposing team 10 points and you have to play catch up. And no offense, running the ball isn't really going to catch you up in those types of games. So then you lose guys like Hunt and you lose Corbett, which again, I said it last night. I don't think Corbett's going to be missed as much as Hunt is. I mean, this isn't just a speed bump in some ways. I mean, this is an absolute head-on collision, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you here. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This is the thing that I got to figure out. How does Bryce Young? Here's the thing. You got to protect Bryce Young. Right? That's the first thing you've got to do. Okay? It's simple. You're losing Hunt. That's the biggest thing. Because he's one of your rocks that keeps this offensive line stable. Cade Mays filled in well last year. And honestly, again, I think there's a strong argument that guy should have been starting over Corbett anyway. Younger, better chemistry with Bryce. The offense actually moved better with him in. Chandler Zavala, again, I said forget about it. He's never looked ready. He still isn't. He's injury prone. There's a lot of big questions to that too. And the biggest question to me with this offensive line is why the hell isn't Brady Christensen started? And I talked about it last night. I mean, you brought him back, you paid him nice money. He's proven he can play anywhere on the line at a high level, yet you're running with Zavala out there like it's a charity case. You're patching, you're just doing patchwork on the O-line, putting Zavala there. And that's a disaster waiting to happen. It is. I don't, that is the biggest thing I don't understand with this. Brad, I don't know what Canales is doing. I can tell you this, Brad, whatever he is doing, it ain't working. But to do this, to get rid of your young quarterback, your quarterback going in his third year, that doesn't make sense. I don't think Canales is that type of guy, first off. But again, it doesn't make sense in that way. So I would say no to that. I don't understand our depth chart or rotations. Me neither. Me neither, Commander 336. You know?
Does he look like a bitch?
I mean, you know what I mean? Does he look like a bitch? Like the only thing, like when I sit there and I look at the rotation too, Commander 336, I'm like,
Bruh.
And then it's like when I watch these games with this rotation, I'm also like,
bro, I'm straight up not having a good time, bro.
Yeah, not having a good time. Not having a good time watching Panthers football. And when is something ever going to click into the head of this coaching staff?
Bing bong, bing bong.
Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And still that's why I have so many questions, man. That's why I have so many questions here. Right? But this is why these things get messy, man. You know? Again, the question here with this offensive line still is why the hell isn't Brady Christensen starting? Like, he can't play he can play every spot on the field. He's proven that the team paid him to be a stabilizer. And I would love to go, like, someone go fact check me on this. I think Brady Christensen through his career has only allowed 4 sacks. Now, again, that's due to the limited snaps, but when he did start, I think he only gave up 1 sack, and that was through multiple games. And I just think plugging Chandler Zavala feels like coaching malpractice, especially against a Falcons front that lives in the backfield. They showed that against the Vikings. I could see this getting ugly. Like, I do. But see, the thing is Bryce might need to make half of his plays outside of the pocket to really survive. You're going to have to see some rollouts, play action passes. I really think we're going to have to see a lot of that. What's up, Quantum? Appreciate you joining, man. I see you in there. Hope all is well, Quantum. Appreciate you joining, brother. I'm doing well. I'm just glad it's Friday, my friend. Went to the gym. Then I was like, I got to come home. We got to talk about this Falcons game. But that's the thing, man. It's just like, it's just a lot of questions with this coaching staff and some of the decisions that they've made this year. And I think it's also because of this coaching staff, that's why we're seeing what the production we're seeing on the field. Part of it is that. I truly believe that. All right, the next damn thing they got to do, man. You got to stretch the damn field. Here's the stat that is the more depressing. Funny. Bryce Young is the only quarterback in the NFL right now who hasn't completed a pass that's traveled at least 30 yards in the air. Talk about in the air. I'm not talking about a 10-yard slant route that went for 40 yards. I'm talking about at least a 30-yard pass in the air. He is the only quarterback in the NFL that hasn't completed a 30-yard pass, at least 30 yards in the air. Not one. His longest completion by air yards is the shortest in the league, actually. And that type of play really shrinks the field. It clogs the middle. It makes running the ball nearly impossible. It's tough to let routes develop when your offensive line, isn't picking up the blitzes that it should. And at some point, you have to push your defenses back. You have to push the defenses back, man. If not, every defense is just going to suffocate this offense to death. Seriously. Like, and here's another thing. The Bryce Young matches up. How I'll say this. I think Bryce Young, the matchup against Atlanta revamped defense is pretty interesting to me because the Falcons defense has been no joke through 2 weeks. But they are allowing just 4.5 yards per play, which is the fourth best in the NFL. I still think that's a pretty good amount of yards, right? And they've already racked up 7 sacks this season. That's against the Bucs, the Vikings, two offenses that are frankly have looked better than Carolina right now, except the Vikings didn't look good last week. I'll say that. I'd probably take our offense over the Vikings offense last week. But the Vikings, here's the thing. The Falcons, we know they heavily invested in that pass rush this offseason. And so far, it's paying off. And for Bryce Young, that means that hell is coming straight up that middle, which is a nightmare considering that we just lost our Pro Bowler right guard. Now, again, Young has to, needs to complete a pass that it travels at least 30-plus yards in the air this season. And he hasn't done that yet. So you need to stretch the damn field, man. Right? Sling the ball down the field. Because now every defense just thinks, you know what, this Panthers offense can't go vertical, which means the short to intermediate game is crowded, and then you're asking your quarterback to play perfect football in a phone booth. That's just not sustainable. That is not sustainable. So you got to stretch the field, man. Stretch the field. You brought in a guy that can go up and get it. You got Tetero McMillan. You went and drafted a guy that can go up and get it. Send him up this field. Send him up the seam. Bryce actually missed him against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which was it looked like a go route in Jacksonville that he missed. And that's a 40-yard touchdown easily. Falcons secondary has been compromised. That's what I'm saying. AJ Terrell ain't out there. AJ Terrell ain't going to be out there. Clay goes high pitch when he means it. Fuck you, Rock. Leave my voice alone, man. I can't talk like this all the time. Canales is just as stubborn as right. Canales needs a mentor other than Pete Carroll. The Rob Star, what up, man? What's up, Dom34? Facts, Clay. All those holding calls Team Mac was getting. Man, McMillan, Legette, Horn, Jr. should all have a deep catch by now with almost 100 pass attempts. You would think. You would think, Commander 336. But hey, according to our head coach, Jimmy Horn Jr. hasn't worked out his role in this offense yet. He's still trying to figure out the offense or something. That's what we're told by our head coach. You know? Jimmy Horn Jr. hasn't played a fucking snap on the field. He was out in Jaguars game. He was out with an injury for the Cardinals game, but yet we like, the thing is like, but then you have your head coach saying, well, Jimmy Horn Jr. hasn't worked out his role yet into this offense. Where's David Moore at? You brought him back on a 1-year deal. Where's David Moore at? He's supposed to be the veteran of this locker room. You know what I mean? Like, the math ain't mathing, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's lying somewhere, and there's only one person I can think that is bullshitting right now. It's the one that smiles up at the podium and feeds us smoke up our ass every time he steps up. That's your head coach, who I think is soft as baby shit. Be honest with you, I think Dave Canales is soft as baby shit, man. He does not. The thing is he doesn't hold these guys accountable. And here's another thing I said about, like, it's like goes back to the whole preseason thing, man. It's like, he's like, well, these guys need to earn reps, right? When he was talking about the Houston game, he just felt that what he was doing was he was coddling Bryce Young because he didn't want to destroy his confidence. But then he goes, well, these guys need to earn the reps. And he felt that they didn't earn it. But he saw enough in the joint practices to not have them start another game. But yet we come out once again, like I said, that this is going to bite Dave Canales in the ass, and it did when we played Jacksonville, because, again, it's negligence. Once again, it's malpractice. And I told you that the preseason strategy was going to bite him in the ass. But this is the same guy that's been blowing smoke up our ass. I mean, let's just call it how it is. Because I think another thing is, and I said it before, that I think Dave Canales' double what he does is he gets indecisive. He gets in his head, right? And I told y'all that. And I told y'all that, and look where it's where this has taken us. Like, it just doesn't make shit. It makes sense. I mean, Quantum, it's true, man. It's true. There's no denying this. He doesn't hold players accountable either. And it's like I told y'all, when Dave Canales made his stance on Bryce Young this offseason, that he says that he clearly believes in this kid. But the way he manages that belief in this kid, y'all can't tell me it's contradicting. Because on one hand, again, I keep telling you guys this, he insists that Young is progressing beautifully, which that's what we heard all off season. And then on the other hand, he won't let him play through the struggles all through the offseason. He didn't let him play through the struggles. And then the result is what you're seeing now. Because we saw it last year, he stumbled out the gate. What has he done now? He has stumbled out the gate. And I told y'all that. But see, that was the thing. Nobody wanted to believe what I said when I said that real reps matter in the offseason. I told y'all that. I mean, he was sending mixed messages after mixed messages this offseason. Again, we're repeating last year's mistakes, and we are paying for it. And I'm telling you, I think Dave Canales is indecisive. Yeah, well, the Panthro, we can't. The only way that happens, Panthro, is unless Bryce Young doesn't cough up 10 points in the first quarter. That's the only way it happens. I would love that, but you can't give up 10 points in the first quarter. You can't be playing catch up. When you're 10 points down, you can't do it. But this is something that this team needs to do. They need to stretch the field. You need to test that secondary, because without AJ Terrell, you need to test it when you've got a guy like Tetero McMillan. Hunter Renfrow stepped up a little bit last week. We saw him step up. You got Tre'von Sanders stepping up, you know. He had that one drop, but in my opinion, that wasn't a drop. You go back, I watched that thing multiple times, man. That wasn't a drop. It was a bullshit call is what it was. We got 40 people watching on the YouTube. Make sure you smash the ever-living shit out of that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. We have a live goal here on the Robstar Report. Every single show, we get 100 likes, we do a giveaway. You've already got one. You've already got one show at 100 likes, so I already owe you one giveaway this year. I already owe you a hat giveaway, so that's 2 giveaways. So I got 2 giveaways coming up, but every show we do and we get 100 likes, we'll do a giveaway. All right. So, and it's only hitting the like button, man. It's free. It takes 1 second. Takes 1 second. That's it. I'm not asking for your money. I'm just asking for just a little. All I'm asking for is this. I'll show you. Very simple, man. This is how easy it is. This is all I'm asking for. Right there. That's it. Simple. Easy. Watch it again. It's just very simple. Boom. Awesome. All right. That's all I'm asking for. Nothing crazy. So make sure you smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, let's move on. All right, let's talk about Xavier Legette. This is not a conversation. Like, we already talked about it last night. I've already given you my thoughts. But please, Legette, do something. Anything. I don't care. 15 targets, 4 catches, 8 yards. That's Xavier Legette's stat line through 2 games. Go read it. Again, I don't think it's all on him, but at some point, a second-year wideout has to manufacture a damn play, and instead, he's jogging a hurry up offense, right? You're catching nothing, right? And now you're nursing a hamstring tweak. The coaches are backing you up. Your quarterback's backing you up. You got teammates defending you, but the excuses don't move the chains, bruh. He needs to show up, period. It's period, bro. Period. I don't need it, all the Glorilla music video, the which is fine and dandy, I kind of like it, you know what I'm saying? But come on, man. You've been a completely non-factor. Again, 15 targets, 4 catches, 8 damn yards. And you're supposed to be the wide receiver 2. And we brought you in a wide receiver 1 to take the pressure off of you. Right now, bro, you are having a practice squad stat line. You are having a practice squad stat line. And you think that anybody's going to go and eat that damn raccoon burger or whatever it is at the stadium? Listen, Legette, if you have a breakout game against the Falcons and somehow you find this clip, I will buy your jersey and then I will go to the game and I will eat your raccoon burger. And if I ever can meet you in person, I'll even try raccoon. I mean, I'm a country boy, but I ain't that country. I hunt, I fish, but I ain't that deep. I ain't that deep. I'm more of a country beach boy, if you know what I mean. But I need a breakout game, bro. That's what I need. You know? I mean, we traded up in the first round to get you. That's a premium capital spent on a guy right now who looks like the separation isn't the issue, man. He's creating separation. I've watched the film. I've seen a couple where he's not winning the contested catches, which is what he's supposed to be known for. I saw a couple of those. But even the thing is he's not helping himself, man. You're not making the most out of the manufactured touches that you're getting. And again, you're dealing with this hamstring issue, the same nagging injury that's been haunting him since last year. You got Tedero McMillan, like I said, is already your wide receiver 1, who's actually a rookie, and you can tell the difference between an 8th overall pick and a guy who's a bottom 30 first-round pick. Making play, and he's out there. The guy who you got drafted is out there looking like a wide receiver 1, making plays. And so what does that mean? It means that Bryce Young can't rely on you, bro. You're supposed to be this deep threat. You ran a 4.39. Where's the speed? You're supposed to be one of the guys that can take the top off the defense. You're supposedly supposed to be this big body receiver who it's your ball or nobody. You said that. I need to see it. Oh my God. Dollar bill. Oh shit. That's too funny. That is too funny, bro. I hope that's not the case, but that's funny. You need to fix that, Panthers gal. You need to fix that. You need to fix that, sweetheart. All right. All right, let's move on. Keep feeding Tetero McMillan, man. Just keep feeding this guy. Just keep feeding this guy. Because on the flip side, he's been everything the Panthers hoped for, and I think and more with when they made him the number 8 overall pick. Big target, strong hands, crisp route running, man. The route running and his hip movement and that footwork, bro. I'm telling you this right now. Tetero McMillan is everything that they've said and compared him to. Mike Evans-esque, can go up and get it, bully you, which he's worked on that. I can tell he's worked on that on this off season. AJ Green-esque, you know what I mean? Like he is as advertised. As advertised. And at this point, just keep getting him the ball, man, because he's going to make something happen. Right? Keep giving him the ball. If nothing else, he makes like he's the one of part of the reasons I do the live play-by-plays, because I just love watching this guy play. I love the routes he runs, man. He cooks. He cooks. Could you imagine? Let's say Bryce, let's just say this. Let's just say this, man. Let's say Bryce Young was what he was the first 2 games. Let's just say Bryce Young was what he was last year, right? That nice stretch. And you got Tetero McMillan now, right? In those first 2 games. Tetero McMillan would have over 200 yards already, which he's already close. But if this guy had a better quarterback play, my goodness gracious, good God Almighty, I'm just saying, man, this guy is like, I'll tell you this, Drake London ain't better than him. I can tell you that right now. Any Atlanta fan that thinks that Drake London is better than this guy right now, it's not. I know I've only seen him in 2 games, but if you just watch the tape, man. Just watch the tape. I didn't hear Drake London getting when he came out was getting compared to AJ Green or Mike Evans. I can tell you that. I'm trying to think who his route running reminds me of. I mean, you could say Mike Evans route running, but I feel like this kid gets better separation. Maybe it's just me, because like Mike Evans bullies dudes. Panthers got the secondary hasn't been an issue, sweetheart. Let me tell you, like Corey Thornton doesn't need to be behind anybody, but Corey Thornton's behind Mike Jack and JC Horn. Like Mike Jack and JC been doing their thing. Don't get it twisted. The way JC Horn's playing right now, he's going to be an all-pro. Marvin Harrison Sr. is a good one, Amazing K. Maybe for route running. That's a decent one. But I don't know. Was Marvin Harrison Sr. that size? I can't remember how big. I don't remember what the size of Marvin Harrison. I mean, I remember his play. Don't get me wrong. I know he was a decent sized wide receiver. Let's see, Marvin Harrison. Yeah, so he's not about 6'1", maybe route, but it's close. It's close. I'm trying to think of somebody his size though with that route running. I mean, Mike Evans runs crisp routes too. It's just something about this kid's footwork and fluidity and his hip movement. It's just that's what bounces off the charts for me. Put Thornton in for Nick Scott. I don't know. I don't know if Corey Thornton can play there. I don't know if Corey Thornton holding him back. He had 100 yards last game. I'm just saying, I'm talking about like better quarterback play. This guy would. I mean, what I'm saying is if this guy had like a Josh Allen or a Lamar Jackson or a Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, just, Justin Herbert, even Jalen Hurts, somebody like that. I mean, this guy's having 1,400, 1,500 yards. Maybe not. And I'm just saying, better quarterback play, this kid I think, would pop off more. But which, when we started in that last game, in the Cardinals game, when we really started coming along and when the offense finally started showing spark, I mean, you saw what he came here to do, what he's able to do. Carolina Panthers, that's going to be the biggest thing. Can Bryce Young take care of the football? Can it be efficient? Like, the thing is with Bryce Young, all he has to do is take what the Atlanta defense is giving him, be efficient with the football, make quick decisions, right? If the pocket collapses and you don't have time to throw the ball away, take the sack, but hold on to the football. And don't just try to throw ducks up in the air, man. Don't do none of that duck throwing, man, because that's when the interceptions start happening. And it's really that simple. And if he can do that, he can manage this game enough for where this team could be competent on offense and win football games, and the run game and all that. We probably would start seeing it come through because of the fact that you're not playing from behind. You're able to run the ball. That's it. Be efficient with the football. Make quick decisions. Give what the defense is giving you. And that's it. And if the pocket collapses, take the sack. Don't throw no ducks. Don't fumble the ball if you get sacked. Just take the sack. You don't have I think Bryce Young tries to do too much. He tries to win the game with one throw at a time. I seriously think that's what he tries to do. I seriously think that Bryce Young literally just tries to win the game one freaking pass at a time. You can't expect every pass you throw, Bryce, in the NFL to just be a home run ball. Don't try to do too much, man. Take what the defense is giving you, man, and you can win games in the NFL. That's it. Seriously. But this guy's got to be involved. Like, this guy's definitely got to be involved for sure. Okay? Like, get this guy involved as much as possible. And again, I'm going to say this too. I think another X factor, once again, will be Tre'von Sanders. I think Tre'von Sanders will be another X factor. I think because you need to get your tight end involved, and you're going to have to spread. And if Legette's not doing his thing, you're going to have to lean on Tre'von Sanders and Hunter Renfrow, because sooner or later, Atlanta's going to figure out that you're targeting McMillan, and you can't force feed him, because then that's when turnovers start happening. I want you to feed him, but you can't force feed. You can't force feed. You can't force feed. I see an early turnover instantly. I know the game's over. Yeah. A Jesse Bates interception over the middle, Commander 336. Does that bring back any memories? 2 of them to be exact, actually. That usually seems how it always plays out against the Falcons. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about this defense real quick. I'll say this. Our defense last week kind of gave me a mixed bag a little bit, right? Like the defense kind of showed some I felt like they showed some progress. Like you held Kyler Murray, you held that Cardinals team to 82 yards, rushing yards, right? You got 3.7 per carry. You know, that's a massive improvement from last year's weekly ritual of giving up 200 on the ground and week 1. So it was encouraging. The problem is now you're facing an Atlanta team that wants to run the ball down your throat until you tap out and say, I quit, right? Like this is an I quit match, right? WWE style, right? That's how they like to run the rock. All right. That's how they like to run the rock there down in Atlanta, especially when you got a 2-headed monster in Bijan, and Algier. Like Bijan Robinson is a terrifying running back, and I think Bijan is one of those running backs that could be like the next Saquon Barkley. That's how good Bijan is. I think I brought some PTSD to Commander 336 when I talked about the Jesse Bates throw. Like Bijan, man, against Minnesota, that boy dropped his nuts on him. Like I'm talking about 143 yards on 22 carries, bro. 143 yards on 22 carries. Sorry, hold on. The missus is calling me. But then in week 1, they managed to bottle him up, right? Tampa had a good game plan for him. So if we're going to be watching any film, I'd go back and watch that Tampa Bay game. But he still caught 6 passes for 100 yards. You know, you added Tyler Algier. I mean, that's a backfield duo that has 58 carries in just 2 games. So our weak ass linebackers, man, have been the weak link so far. If those guys, if Roseboom and Wallace, if they don't step up, man, this could snowball into one of those 200-yard rushing games. One of those embarrassment games, man. Like y'all just need to go ahead and prepare for it if our linebackers do not step up. If Trevor Wallace and Roseboom do not step up. I'm just saying, just be prepared. If David Moore has a groin injury, why isn't he listed on the injury report? That's the thing I have a question. That's the question I have. All right, move on. Let's talk about Horn and Jackson holding it down, man. Listen, they've been doing their thing. I mean, they have been nice this year, both of them. J.C. Horn, Mike Jackson. Aside from a questionable PI call I saw last week, thanks to Kyler Murray throwing a duck, because that's what it was. It was a duck. But both corners, man, have been playing excellent ball. I'm serious. Like Horn in particular is grading out as one of the league's best early on right now, like, which is good because they're going to need it. Drake London, Kyle Pitts are no joke. And here's one thing I got to say. If I see our fucking pass rushers going one-on-one with Drake London I swear to God, if I see it this game, bro, I might lose my mind because I saw it last year multiple times. If I see that shit again, man, I'm going to lose my shit on a Giro Evero. And then because that's how Atlanta beat us last time. If I see our linebackers or our outside linebackers dropping back into coverage against Drake London, because that's what Atlanta did. Go back and watch year's film when Atlanta played us the first time. I swear I'm going to lose my shit. I swear I'm going to lose my shit. Because I know that these guys, I know Horn and Jackson are going to do their thing. And right now, from my understanding, when I looked at the Atlanta's injury report, you know, Darnell Mooney was limited on Wednesday, but he's going to be full participant. The only guys that are really out right now is they got KC Washington, wide receiver, who's out. They got Jamal Agnew, wide receiver, who's out. AJ Terrell is out. And Mike Ford, their corner, is out as well. Well, he's questionable, but if he's questionable now, it's probably not a good thing. So yeah. But their injury list is pretty it's pretty long if you go look at it. But back to this, man, like I need to see JC Horn on Drake London. You can rotate Mike Jack on London. That's fine. And again, Kyle Pitts, he's no joke. The Falcons are starting to use Kyle Pitts the correct way, finally. I mean, London has been a thorn in our side since he's gotten there. If Horn and Jackson don't rise to that challenge, and then Bijan won't even have to do all the damage. So, again, I know that these guys can do it. Again, it comes down to your defensive coordinator, Ejiro Evero, making the right adjustments. So that does not happen. And don't put a safety on London in the slot. Right. Exactly. All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about this pass rush. This pass rush is going to need to grow up fast because guess what? This pass rush is still trying to figure itself out, right? Week 1, I felt like was pathetic. He had 0 sacks and only 1 quarterback hit. Now, week 2 was better, right? Princely Mamiel logged his first sack. The team racked up 4 quarterback hits. That's progress for sure. It's not going to be enough for this game, all right? I mean, this week you are facing, I guess you could consider Michael Penix still a rookie, but he's been up and down so far this year, in my opinion. He looked fine in week 1. They managed the game while his run game steamrolled Minnesota in week 2. The last time Penix and Bryce faced off, it was a shootout, something Carolina can't afford with their offense sputtering right now. But the Panthers' young pass rushers need to turn potential in production fast. And I truly believe in Nick Scorton and Princely Mamiel. I think they're raw, like I said. I think that they're explosive. Both, I think, they can be a lead off the edge, right? They both got a nice bend to them off the edge. When you watch them, I love the speed of Princely. I love the power that Nick Scorton brings. These guys just need to bring the juice and get after Michael Penix. And if you can get after Michael Penix, you can cause a lot of damage to this Atlanta Falcons team, and you can win the game just putting that pressure on Penix, because Penix will fold like a cheap tent, man, if you can get after him. So you gotta get after the quarterback, man. You gotta get after him. All right, that's all I got for that. So I'm gonna say this. This is supposed to be Carolina's homecoming game in Bank of America. I think that the stadium should be buzzing, and I'm hoping that we'll actually have more Carolina Panthers fans in that stadium than Atlanta Falcons. But let's be real, we'll see. I know you guys are tired of being 0-2 starts, and that the product on the field hasn't given them a reason to believe. And I just think right now that with this team and what we're seeing, I just think the Falcons are better coached. They're healthier. They're more balanced. This offense just looks too broken right now. The offensive line, you lose your Pro Bowl right guard, and the swear and their swear this guy is good defense is too inconsistent. Unless Bryce Young plays like he did against them in week 18 of last year, and someone not named Tedero McMillan steps up in the pass game, this ends up one way. And I would say the Panthers win this game, but I'm not taking the Panthers. Until proven otherwise, I'm not taking this team. I'm sorry. I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to be, and I'm not saying I hope we lose. I hope we win, but I can't confidently say I think we win this game. Because tell me what we saw in the last 2 weeks that says, yeah, we can beat this team. Tell me. I haven't seen it. I need to see it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I want you to prove me wrong. Because I would be ecstatic. But you got to prove me wrong, man. I think this team can beat them. But what I'm seeing on the field doesn't matter. What I've seen is it's like the NFL. We know what the NFL is. It's what have you done for me lately? What has this team done for me lately as a fan to say confidently that we're going to win this game? But T. Green, they're not all that. You're right. They're not. But they're more competent right now than we look on both sides of the ball. I think it's going to be close because all these individual rival games are always close. This game's probably going to be just as close. I would say it's probably going to be as close as the Cardinals game. I think it's going to be close. If Bryce doesn't turn it over, they can win. Exactly. And again, I need to see Bryce not do that. And again, until proven otherwise, I'm not taking this team to win. You got to prove it to me that you can win football games, and you've yet to do that. You have yet to prove to me that you can play competent football. You have to prove to me that you can't turn over the football. You have to prove to me you can run the ball. You got to prove to me that you can put points on the board and you can get after the quarterback. There's a lot. This team has a lot to prove. And again, I just think right now, the Falcons are better coached, they're healthier, and they're more balanced right now. And we are a team offensively that looks broken. We just lost a major asset in Robert Hunt. And you got a defense that is still inconsistent. Yes, progress last game, but progress only gets you so far, man. Almost does not count. Again, this is a game of what have you done for me lately? This is a must-win for this team. I think this has to be like this is a game that you could get right, and you got to get right. But again, if you get right and you prove me wrong, all right. But right now, I can't confidently say we're winning this game. Y'all have Panthro. You got more. Miss Douglas says that she thinks we'll play better though. Panthro74 says 31-7-27 Panthers. We put it together this week. Our rookies shine, and we fire blitz Wallace Moore. T Green says we're winning. Marcos Castro's, what up, Rob Star? What up, Marcos? Definitely must win. Need to see Bryce Young take care of it. We definitely going to win. I'm going to say this. If the Panthers win this game, I think if the Panthers win this game, I don't think it'll be 31-27. I see something like 24-20 if the Panthers win. I'm taking the Falcons to win this game, guys. And if the Falcons win this game, it's going to be something like 28-24. Oh, I have my doubts too. I'm taking Atlanta to win this game, and I'm going to say 20. I'm going to say 28-24. Again, I need to see it. Prove me wrong. This is a get right game, right? This is a get right game. This is a game that you must win. You cannot start the season 0-3. If this team goes 0-3, boy, you talk about that ball-headed son of a bitch of your owner. You don't think he's going to start? You don't think he's already getting involved. We've already heard it from Dave Canales. Had a meeting with him after week 1. But you don't think he's going to get involved again? Shit. Prove me wrong, man. Prove me wrong. I just can't take the Panthers confidently saying we're going to win this game. I want to. But I've got to be a realistic fan here. I got to be realistic, man. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. That's it. I hate it. Trust me too, Commander 336. I hate it. I hate that I have to do this. I hate it. But again, this team has yet to prove to me that I can confidently say we are going to win this game. And it sickens me to sit there and say that I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to win this game. But I'm also a realistic fan and a realistic, I guess you could say football analyst, football YouTuber, whatever you want to call it. Content creator, whatever. Relax Talk Sports says we need another quarterback. 31-17 Falcons. Damn. Well, drop your score predictions in the chat. Let me know who you think is going to win. Again, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Again, do me a favor, smash that like button. We get 100 likes, we do another giveaway. I already owe you 2, which I will definitely cash those out here soon. I still owe you a hat giveaway for the 6,000K. And I owe you one, I think, for another video that reached 100 likes. So, or another live stream that reached 100 likes. So we do that. If we reach 100 likes, again, I'm going to continue doing more of these giveaways throughout the season. All right. And then all you got to do is hit the like button, man. And the sky's the limit for the channel with you guys doing that. So I appreciate y'all, all your love and support. Brad says 24-13. Yeah, keep your score predictions coming, guys. Again, as always, love you guys. I will talk to you later. Y'all have fun. Have a beautiful Friday evening. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Sunday. And God bless you all. And as always, keep pounding. I'm out. Peace.